My name is Jeff Taylor, and my occupation is owning a guitar shop in Pasadena, California. One of two owners. About a year ago, I got a lump in my throat here, and it protruded a bit, and the doctor suggested I go have it checked out, and they did some tests on it and found out it was possibly cancer, and so we went and did some more tests, a CAT scan and a PET scan, and found out that it was active cancer, but also found a lump in my lung. So we found out from that I had lung cancer, which also had spread to my spine and my ribs. I was told about a year ago, February 2011. It's pretty upsetting, but after you regroup from the initial shock, you decide to, go on and take whatever treatments the doctors recommend. It's, the way to go about fighting it, and any other kind of treatment you can come up with. I go through some Chinese medicine and some herbal things, and a change of diet, exercise, things like that. So yeah, it's a devastating diagnosis, but you just don't let it get you down. You just continue on as best you can. The first treatments I had were 5 treatments of radiation on 5 consecutive days. That was for the lump in my lung and the lump in my throat, basically. Everything on the bones, like my spine and my ribs, they said would be easy to take care of. They hadn't penetrated. So the first thing I did was the radiation, and then I started on chemotherapy with a drug called Alimta and carboplatin, and then we added a third drug later for my bones. It's called Iridia, and I still take, I'm on what they call a maintenance program, and I still take the Alimta every 3 weeks, and we add in the Iridia every 6 weeks. And the Alimta is just something that's going to be ongoing, and the Iridia too, just until they don't really make a difference anymore, but now they're making a difference, so we'll continue with that. To an extent, yeah, my diet changed quite a bit. I'm trying to exercise more, take walks every day as much as I can. Doing a little weightlifting now because my muscle mass depleted quite a bit in the beginning. Haven't had the hair falling out or major weight loss or anything like that. I was kind of hoping for that one, but that never happened. So that hasn't been a problem, but it's mostly diet and exercise as far as my personal involvement outside the doctors. Well, it's depleted my energy to an extent all the time, but especially after my maintenance treatments. About 3 or 4 days afterwards, my energy pretty much dissolves to probably 20% of normal, 10 to 20%. You really can't do anything for a day or two. And that hasn't been all that bad. That's, a lot less of a reaction than most people have to any kind of cancer treatments. Well, like I said before, I see a Chinese doctor in traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, massage, what they call ionic testing and ionic treatments to flush poisons from my system, from the chemotherapy and from any foods I've eaten that, the poisons that build up in your system, it flushes that out. And different Chinese herbs that I take every day to keep that flowing, keep that the poisons in my system down. Today I feel good. 2 days ago I had my maintenance treatment, and probably about 2 days from now I'll have the piano dropped on my back, as I call it, and won't be able to do anything for a day or two. But after that I start to recover, and it takes maybe another couple of days to get back to feeling pretty good again. Most of the time I feel pretty good. Well, yeah, try everything. I don't think modern medicine has all the answers, but definitely listen to your doctors, whatever chemo they tell you, whatever radiation, the treatments, that is all part of it, but also don't close your mind off to alternative medicines, because I think they help quite a bit. My last CAT scan showed a reduction in the size of the tumors in my lung and in my neck, and all the cancer that was on the bones was gone after the first cancer treatments, the first chemo treatments, and that just kind of washed off the bones because it wasn't really penetrated. But the tumors have been shrinking, and you can attribute to that whatever you want. My medical doctor, of course, wants to attribute it just to the chemo, and my Chinese doctor, she knows that her herbs are helping and her treatments are helping to a percentage. It's all a team effort, so don't close your mind off to any potential help.